Okay, so this is like the next step of creating an ornament for the laser or cut something out on the laser. So I have two different examples here. One is that slime from the original screencast. So I brought this in from gameicons.net. So this is a image I brought in. And you can bring images in from other places. There's a place called the Noun Project. You can bring images in. There's a whole bunch of places to bring images in. I prefer that you draw them yourself and create your own artwork. So on page 2 here, you can see this bird that I've drawn. And actually, this bird was based off of this image. So you can see there's this image here. I'll just sort of, it's locked right now, so I can move it out of the way just so you can see. So I use this sort of image to kind of draw this bird just to kind of help me out. I don't need the image anymore, so I'm going to delete it. And now I'm sort of left with my bird shape. I'm actually going to drag a box around the entire thing and group it. So it's one big group. And then I'm going to hit transform, hold down the shift key, and I'm going to fill as much of the white space as I possibly can with my bird design. Oh, I went over there a little bit. Let's get that back in. Okay. Actually I want to, so now for the cutout, for the ornament, I'm going to save a little space. So I'm just going to walk through the steps on both of these pretty quickly. So now that since I want to make an ornament out of this, I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to make it a way that I can like hang it. So I'm going to put it in a shape, and that shape's going to be a circle or an ellipse. You can use other shapes too, but I'm going to use an ellipse. So I'm going to draw an ellipse out, and I want this ellipse to be able to touch part of my designs. And the part of my design, I'm going to take the fill and I'm going to remove the fill all the way down, so there's no fill. And then I'm going to scroll down to borders, hit plus. So I'm adding a border, and I want to give this a really thick border. So I'm going to start with 20, see what that gives me. That's definitely not thick enough. So I'm going to try 50. That's a nice, pretty thick border. And you see what I've done here is that my design is all connected. So I'm going to sort of bring my design in. And you can see that everything in my design is connected. Nothing's going to fall away. So that's a nice, pretty thick line. If I wanted to, I might even make that a little thicker. So I did 50, so maybe I'll do 70. Oh yeah, that's really good. That's a nice thick line for my ornament. And then I want to make a place that I'm going to cut the hole for my ornament. So I'm going to make another sphere like that. Again, I'm going to go to get rid of the fill. Actually, you know what? I think I'll fill this one in black like that. Basically what I'm doing is I'm creating a silhouette that I'm going to trace in the laser software and cut out. So I'm going to put that sphere there. Then I'm going to make one more sphere, ellipse. But this one I'm going to turn white. Perfect. And I'm actually going to select both of those. You can see I've selected both of them on the left-hand side. I'm going to use the align tools over here, and I'm going to align them along their centers. And that looks pretty good. So that's like an ornament, a silhouette of an ornament that I'm going to cut out on the laser. And I think I'm actually going to bump this up just a little bit more, just looking at it now. I think I'm going to go to 90. And if you've done your page in 1,000 by 1,000 millimeters, those numbers will be pretty spot on. So that's pretty good for that one. I'm going to go to page 2, just page 1 with the slime. So same thing. I think for the slime, though, I'm going to use a different shape, polygon. I'm going to do something a little different here just so you can see how I'm going to do this. So first is I'm going to bring this polygon in. Perfect. My slime fits inside there. I'm going to make the fill all the way down. And I'm going to add a border. Make it 70 again. And now here what I want to do is I do want to cut this guy out, but you do have to think about that, like if everything gets cut out, things are going to fall away. So, and that's fine. I'm going to move this into the center there. Now I want to make sure that I've selected both, and I want to make sure that there's white space all the way around. See, there's white space all around. That looks pretty good. So on this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut this guy out, and I'll show you in the laser software. And then I think what I'll do is I'll align these to the center. So I'll select both of them using the align tools. Now he's aligned, and then I'm going to take another circle, ellipse, and this is going to be my hole that I'm going to cut out. I'm moving that there, and I'm going to make the fill black. So there's another ornament. That's the one I'm going to cut out. Oh, you can see that that's attached there. I'm going to select my slime. You can select things in the layer here too. I'm just going to make the slime a little smaller. Slime, and then perfect. Okay, that looks good. So now when I export these, you want to export it. I'm going to export them out each individually. For the next step is going to be on the laser. So don't forget to save stuff. You should always be saving. And then I'm going to do the next step on the laser step. But the first thing before you do that is that you want to export. You're going to go to File, Export, and you're going to export a PNG image of this page. So this is going to be page 1, ornament cut PNG. And then I want to go to page 2, File, Export, PNG image, and it will probably have a number 1 next to it. So that should be both of them. So the next step is going to be on the laser. So there's some drawing. I didn't go over drawing skills, but there's 2 images that I've made for lasering. Good luck. Don't forget to save.